everybody. Well, hello, Mr. Steve Edgehouse and fellow students, if you're watching this. This is my thoughts on, well, my progress on the research project. I can't speak for some reason. Yeah, I'm getting all tongue twisted. But it is by me, Cooper Rice, and let's see if the presentation would like to load up. And no, it is not liking to load up again. This is my second take of this because I screwed up the first one. But alright, so here's my research project. Well, progress on the research project. And again, my name is Cooper Rice. That is me, of course. Okay, now, what is my question? My question is, should government agencies be allowed to access our phones? Now, like, my question, my question is not very, specific, so I can cover multiple, across the world, across, just everywhere. Cover from the United States, Great Britain, to Iran, to North Korea, to China, to Japan. There's radically different ways government agencies collect data, and I'm sure they all kind of do the same thing, majority of them at least. Because you can't tell me the NSA isn't doing something like Great Britain's doing. At least that's in my opinion. I mean, maybe even France is doing that too because of the recent terrorist attacks and stuff like that. But, I'm just saying, in general, I'm talking about government agencies around the world and how they can access our phones and telephone records and texts and all the other information that's stored on our phones. The next thing I'm talking about is where am I looking for sources? I'm actually looking in multiple places. I'm looking in Google, searching anything in Google, pretty much NSA, FBI, phones, controversies like the Apple versus FBI now, that kind of stuff. YouTube, I've been watching documentaries about, the Middle East, kind of, I just watch that for fun, but, I watch Middle Eastern documentaries about, how life goes and stuff like that, and there's some examples there. And there's also, I've been watching some, conspiracy theory kind of YouTube videos, kind of what the NSA is actually doing and stuff like that, and maybe even articles to back that up with. I'm also looking at the New York Times, pretty credible source. I mean, millions upon millions of people read that every day, and I just think, since that, and they cite their sources and they do a lot of other things, they're pretty credible. Stark State Digital Library, I'm looking for primary research, kind of things people that with doctorates and big time degrees have, and they're writing scientific kind of papers, not scientific papers, but real papers with real research with real information to back it up with, 100%, it's all real, it's all proven to be real. And then CNN, of course, I watch CNN for pretty much a living, but I also read online, when they post a good article, say about North Korea or something like that, I read it. But I'm looking also for now for how they infiltrate our phones, government agencies do. So the next thing is, where have I been successful? Stark State Digital Library has given me a few sources. A couple were, I found one, but I copied the link wrong, so I couldn't use it. But I found one about the cell phone towers and how they make fake cell phone towers, and it just kind of bounces all our data onto that. Very interesting, actually. CNN.com, I found a few articles. I'm going to talk about one later in the slideshow. And I'm also doing one on Time.com, which is, of course, I found one about just in general how government agencies are collecting our data. So let's go into that. Alright, first we're going to start with Apple encryption case. Billions are at stake with CNN. Basically what the article is about is the FBI wants a backdoor to Apple's iPhone. I personally disagree with that. There's lots of reasons why I disagree with that, but also because billions of people could be at risk, because if hackers break into the FBI like they definitely have before, and they will do it again in the FBI or government or wherever, they could possibly get that encryption, decryption, as you call it, and then decrypt everything in the Apple iPhone and steal everybody's data. And personally, I think this source is high quality because millions of people read the site and watch the channel. Watch not the channel, but I guess the channel every day. They also report accurate information. They use sources. They're pretty factual in terms of news source. I mean, when they publish a story, they make sure that stuff's right usually, most of the time. That 0.1% chance, that 0.01% chance that it's wrong. Okay, maybe they screwed up there or something like that, or maybe they just rushed out the story just for clicks or something like that. But Majority of the time, they get it right. Next, we're going to be talking about time and the surveillance society. This article is about how governments are always watching us. I mean, they are really always are, but I mean, like, you guys can, like, think your own things, I guess. I don't know, opinions. I'm sorry, I'm, like, not thinking right now. But, yeah. The source is high quality because of the size of the sources. It has high quality because it has millions of people who read it every day, just like CNN. Like, they do about the same thing as CNN. They follow the same guidelines, kind of like quality stories, quality sources, like, everything, not too shaky or shady, like some crazy sites you can get off Facebook or something like that. And I think they're pretty high credible, like up there. They're pretty up there. Uh, okay. Research advice. I don't know why those slides kind of copied over. I'm not sure. I think I hit something wrong. But alright. So, research advice. Like, look, if you can't find something somewhere, look somewhere else. Alright, that's like one big one I've been using for this entire research project so far. Take a little bit of time each day to look for some, just like take 5 or 10 minutes, like say you got 5 or 10 minutes free or whatever, in a free period or whatever, just like browse the internet a little bit, like, like maybe type in a few things for your project, look around, and enjoy what you are researching and love it. And that's what I'm pretty much doing. I love cybersecurity, and I love kind of like this debate that we're having now about all of this stuff, and I'm enjoying reading about it and watching it. And I'm also posting this up in my shared folder, so if anybody would like to see that, I may post 2 links. I'm not sure. No, I probably won't. Just one link to the YouTube video, which will be this, and then Edgehouse can see the presentation in a whole nother separate thing. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day.